Grizzlies win the tap, and away we go.
One thing different from this game, and this here starting here, we had goaltending there early, and Morant getting things started early.
Ankle, but he came out, he warmed up, and he looks ready to go tonight. Davion Mitchell, Miami losing at Orlando, and Morant drives and draws.
It was because John Morant did not play in any of those games, but with him playing, you see ahead of it.
Ja converts the first. One thing that Tomas Isolo, and the quicker you can do that and the fewer decisions you have to make, I think the better.
Said no, don't need to veer off of that straight line.
Adebayo tries for three and knocks against the Magic. Morant finds an opening over Ware, sends it, can't score it, and Caldwell Pope. Jaren Jackson Jr. on the move against Adebayo.
Very efficient from the three-point line for the Heat.
Wiggins comes back is going to be a major issue for the Grizzlies. No issue for Jaren Jackson Jr.
Rebounding with those two. The only issue the Grizzlies will start to have is once you start to get in rotations.
Wiggins went 5 of 7 from the line in the history of the two teams. Jaren's floater, that's in as well. Jaren Jackson Jr. off to a good start.
In the association, no longer. Jaren was always the guy that played opposite.
7 points, 4 boards in the loss at Orlando, but can't and the Grizzlies. Foul problems for the bigs is going to be a major issue.
This offensive set, it's going to have to be a cooperative effort, though, between the bigs.
Powell on the deck. Got to the cup, flipped it up. Morant. That's going to be his
play, and then a three-pointer.
Morant again with the floater in the lane. Honeycombing in. Wiggins backing down. Morant doesn't want to pick up a second foul. He's on a two-way contract, but because of the injury situation.
In the first game for the Grizzlies as being one of their first bigs off of the bench.
3. And that'll go out of bounds. It'll be Miami basketball. That should be an easy offensive foul. There's a dagger with air in the whistle, and correctly so.
See there, that off arm. What guards can get away with is if I just throw my
forearm in the upper arm. It's going to be a whistle. Coward going to a post-up, a turn and gun. It's good. Adebayo throws up a wild shot, and he'll get rewarded with 2 free throws.
Part of it was he and Omax getting into the game. They changed the entire tenor.
Wiggins knocks away the pass. 2-on-1. Adebayo. PJ's picked up 2 quick ones as well.
So we said Landau already with the 2. Now you get PJ Hall with his 2. That's how good. So
Morant with a ball fake, works and fires over Powell. Mitchell coming over from Toronto last season to Miami.
I'll tell you that he dictated that a possession ago. On the basket, it gets an easy layup.
Adebayo hooks in the lane. Nope. But another offensive rebound. Adebayo for 3. He laces it.
Beautiful move there by Santi. Defensive rebounding.
Contavious Caldwell Pope back into the game. So far, we've hit the midway point of the first quarter, and we check in with Rob Fisher.
Well, Coach Isolo telling the team during that defense has to be a lot better.
Jackson against Adebayo. Hawkins into him over in the Jimmy Butler deal with Golden State. 7 to shoot. Mitchell flares it out. Adebayo for 3. Knocked down.
The Denver Nuggets.
An 18-point first quarter for Bam Adebayo. Grizzlies only 1 offensive rebound so far. Wiggins for 3. 4 3-point makes for Adebayo. Caldwell Pope misses a 3. Adebayo high 4. He was trying to add to it.
The thing is, the Grizzlies will live with him.
Against Hawkins. They repost 8 to shoot. Jaren into a crowd. Norman Powell, only 1 of 3 to start. Skip pass, 3.
As you saw there from the three-point line.
Javon Small with a miss. Quarter points. Guarded by Jaren. Little shake and bake. Miami has always been an outstanding defensive team. And now they got off. Baseline drop off, out of bounds.
G.G. Jackson.
Possession. Hawkins against Landale. Hawkins got his own and scored again. And
play. The other thing is that they are just being quicker to the basketball.
Those back-to-back games with 39-point first quarters. Landale fast.
This is a different Miami Heat team. This is more guys now than they have had in the past that can handle the ball, that can create the
Fontecchio, that's a three and down the well off, boarded by Fontecchio, who came to Miami.
I thought you were just asking me, so there's going to be another guy that was able to.
And Miami blitzing the Grizzlies with 40.
The rebounding is crucial, but defensive transition is going to be big.
So Ware to the free throw line.
The other thing that from the field in that first quarter was there were breakdowns on the defensive end. It also led to the
keeping purposes. Both teams have been hit with a delay of game violation. Gigi Jackson is Jovic, Drew Smith, and Simone Fontecchio.
Continuing to move and be aggressive.
Gigi Jackson finds Wells in the corner. His three pass, which Spencer deflected out. 12 to shoot for the Grizzlies. And then Khalil Ware turns it over.
Well, they run a pin down as a guard comes up. They immediately just take double.
Landale, the three is extra pass. They swing it again. Jaquez misses from three. Rebounded, fails to fall. Jaquez with a lob and Ware. Morant against Jovic on a switch. Wells.
And a lot of that is because they can't force the issue in any way.
Into the spin. Fontecchio, a fadeaway three.
Those shots feel a lot easier to be able to take.
It's very comfortable for them right now.
Along with the hot hand of Bam Adebayo with the 4 threes. But right this juncture, can't have good offense because the defense is letting them down.
Jaquez, nice spin away. Adebayo dunks.
Credit, they are making great plays for their teammates.
Wells against Jovic. Small. His three comes up short.
Creates a rhythm for them on the offensive end. Right now, they have no rhythm.
And Omax.
Just like
developing. I think they got 6 of their own first-round draft picks. Omax.
Some scores. Can they create a little energy here in the building?
Fontecchio on yeah. Small with a lob for Jaren Jackson. But they have been unable to stop Miami. Drew Smith got Small. Lob for Fontecchio and he got turnover. Jovic.
And then a nice lob thrown to Jaren. Here for 2 baskets. The problem is Eric Spoelstra will use a timeout. Everything is going in the direction.
He's 173 points per 100 possessions.
People that they're trying to incorporate.
Omax.
To the start of this season.
Adebayo, a good defensive matchup, and that's why he got minutes on a 2-way contract.
In that first half, changed the entire tenor with the effort.
Omax, a native of Montreal.
Stop.
Yeah.
To get 1 stop.
Mitchell to a trailing Wiggins. Now Jovic with a steal. Small is back, but Jovic scored. Last time Miami was in this building, they could only score 91 points. Caldwell Pope. Powell, a fadeaway.
The thing was
Ware. Howard. Landale. They're supposed to calls a timeout. Grizzlies getting blitzed over the limit with that.
Speed. How will you execute to be able to get you shots? Some good looks with movement offensively.
Ware offensive rebound, another offensive. Jaren Jackson Jr. called for an offensive foul. That's 3 on him.
They have to roll the dice with what the situation is.
Adebayo. Morant to the rim. Wiggins battling for the rebound. Loose ball foul on Wiggins. Oh, now Jock Landale turns 30 tomorrow. Aldama with a reverse.
Creates a scoring opportunity, and I think for the Grizzlies, they're going to have to continue to explore.
Mitchell on the delivery. Swing it to Powell. That's off Jaquez. Grizzlies keep with 1:55 remaining in the first half. Parlance, that is a blow-by. Caldwell Pope picked up by Mitchell. The glass. Wells comes up with the basketball. Fresh 14. Jaren.
For Jaren in the first half.
And Jaren's not happy, but Miami has set a Grizzlies opponent record for points. Wiggins. Foul.
To push the pedal to the floor.
Wells draws a foul from Jalen Wells. Grizzlies over the limit in the year. Loves the catch and shoot three.
So the three ball for him. They bring over Fontecchio. Scoring role until you're able to get Hero back. Because once you do get Hero back, now you got ownership from Golden State. Miami feels as though they have a chance as anyone in the Eastern Conference.
Miami, tables turned tonight. Powell around and out. Offensive rebound, Morant. And that's the end of the first half. And
what happens in the second half of this game? Get off to the right stuff. That's all it can be.
Jalen Wells for three. Yes. Morant against Davion Mitchell and the Knicks.
Something that Jalen Wells has really worked tirelessly on this summer's output. This year, a lot more off the dribble play.
Morant Berkeley has done defensively, and they continue in the same manner. When you pair Powell, Jaren Jackson Jr. hit Mitchell, collapsing the defense. Wiggins at the elbow, leans in, and that should be an up.
Down, you see the elbow there as Wiggins rises to take the shot. This second half, can they force Eric Spoelstra as Jaren misses that three?
They call the first time. Where? In Miami. That'll be the third on Wiggins. Second team foul on Miami in the period. Screen by Landale for Wells. Works against Powell. There's no. Play foul on Adebayo, so this will be a free throw any Grizzly can take. Convert.
Out of this second half, this is getting ready for tomorrow.
Yeah. Jaren Jackson
goes down holding his lower leg, but the bigger issue for the Grizzlies is you want what they want to do, but that all has to still come to fruition. But they come out tomorrow to play against another physical, fast basketball.
Oklahoma City and lost in overtime. Wiggins. Caldwell Pope. Fourth. Lob for Ware.
I mean, he has been
Here in January, Morant's three well short. Boarded by Aldama, and then Ware reject.
A bounce pass, a lead bounce pass probably would have worked a little bit better, but
Aldama against Adebayo. A Morant corner three. Nope. Santi will try again. It's a long two, and it's good for Santi.
They're full strength, and Zach Edey is able to be the starting center. He is going to be a valuable.
Adebayo juggles, but is able to save. Shot clock at 6. Ware leans in.
Dodge him to get into a shot. Santi gets the charge.
Santi with
a lot more active here in this game than he was in the first game.
Morant. Shot clock down to 4. Powell against Coward. Powell.
To John Morant until he gives the ball up.
Caldwell Pope on the feed. Powell fouls. Grizzlies couldn't get the ball to Jaren, and that'll be
for a long time. So we got a lot of dishes we got to come up with.
Yeah.
Hey, win this third quarter. See what the score is after you win this third quarter.
Drew Smith.
Really a viable backup point guard for them.
Jaren, deep catch and a finish again. 4 triples. He's missed his last 3 from the long line. Coward, nice blow by, and 7 for 7. No challenge from the ball. Lob for Adebayo. Aldama hooks and hits. Santi Aldama with Adebayo on the back down against Jackson. Around and out.
In the catalyst right now, the go-to player.
Hawkins short with a hook, and Drew Smith. Oh!
The possessions you can't have when you try to make the comeback.
Jaren into a double team. Wiggins the foul, as was Morant. As the Grizzlies rally from Jaren.
In the first half for the second game in a row. Doesn't have a foul here in the second half. And in the first game, the split-second decisions, just show your hands defensively and be just disciplined with it. Well, he showed
about the game, and right now he's in a really nice offensive rhythm.
Jovic and open through it. Caldwell Pope with a ball fake, repositions his three, to the rim.
Hopkins so good off of the dribble. Creating for positions. Turnovers here in the last couple of possessions.
For Jaren Jackson Jr. Adebayo in the paint. Landale and Spencer into the game. Jaren Jackson Jr. coming out. Spencer with a runner. Rebound Fontecchio. Gigi, Drew Smith is back and misses at the rim. Rebound. Fontecchio.
But another Smith just making a solid play. Hawkins on the backdoor cut. Finds it.
Durant, Wells against Fontecchio. Jovic knocks down his second triple of the game. 14
over there for the Grizzlies.
Fontecchio. Ooh. Cut it off.
The rhythm has all been done away with here in the last 2 minutes.
Spencer doesn't get the roll, and that'll do it for the third quarter. 1:4:30 for Grizzlies Live, presented by Ford Mid-South Ford Dealers. 7 o'clock tip. Jay Hall into the game, sets the screen. Coward down the lane, he flips, that's a goaltend.
There's a lot of standing and shooting from the three-point line is where another offensive rebound.
Spencer got Drew Smith in the air, non-shooting foul, says Mark Davis. Foul on Drew Smith is something he understands immediately, and then whatever correction you request of him, he can immediately put it in that description. Omax against Fontecchio, shot clock down to 5. Gigi Jackson, his three positions. A step back three. Miss, capped by Frost, knocks down the three.
Really, Barton on the low. Jaime Hawkins has 10 rebounds, 6 assists.
He is a plus 40. Has had a grand total of 3 double-doubles last year. He's got one tonight. So Gigi Jackson to the line for 2 the season tonight.
Out of that equation, if they can stay healthy, they're doing this tonight against the Grizzlies without Tyler here. Next, USA men's basketball head coach. And it has been the pace, the points per game, the efficiency, all of the things on the game for these skilled players.
Fontecchio, Jovic turns it. Coward got back defensively, but still Miami. Fontecchio, a walk-up 3 against P.J. Hall.
I don't know what Fontecchio was doing with that pass. Nice.
Gigi Jackson.
Omax, all of those guys will be at their best. The thing is,
backs him down. Gigi Jackson for 3.
Grizzlies second team.
Against Orlando, 111 possessions. Jovic, Coward turned aside.
They changed style. They also have the players to change their style. Sometimes people want to change their style of play, but don't have to play.
That's right. Back up to 44.
It's not big when he's like, yeah, good job, you got it down.
Into the game, Pelle Larsson in for Miami.
Even his role has changed somewhat here early.
Smith steps through, floater, off glass, too short. Offensive rebound and a putback. Losing Oklahoma City on Thursday. Pelle Larsson feathers in a 3. Huff, that's right, that's right. TJ McConnell.
We'll see if he plays. I don't think he's going to play tomorrow. Still have enough.
Nembhard, Mathurin,
who went off hard, who's double-double, a huge deal with an athletic, aggressive, physical back.
Larsson, good. Wall. Omax, the offensive rebound, just trying to hit a cutting Conchar. Getting our first look at Jameer Young, missing the 3-pointer. Young getting his first. Javon Small off glass, fails to fall. 8 remaining for the game. Omax.